Hey everyone. What if Deku faced bullying? Join me for part 1 of Deku x Harem as we explore this darker twist on his journey. Let's dive in. It all started with the news that a luminescent baby had been born. From that moment on, the paranormal was discovered in many places, and so time passed without the cause being clarified. And without anyone realizing it, the paranormal became commonplace. Almost 80% of the world's population now has some kind of unique constitution. The work that everyone dreamed of and admired became the center of public attention. But despite that, strange phenomena began to exist in this world that still have not been able to be explained. When people have to face such things, they end up sinking into the depths of terror without knowing what to do, including the heroes themselves. For that reason, there were people who fought daily to confront the chaotic darkness with their light, and those people are known as psychics. Therefore, they would not be apprehended in case they used their powers against people. We focus on the famous Japanese school, UA High School, where young people join to realize their dream of becoming heroes, and we will focus on one girl in particular. Her hair is cyan and is so long that it almost reaches her feet. Her name was Nehire. We have to go. Nehire, sorry, I got distracted by something. Nehire Hato, a second-year student at UA High School, and known as one of the strongest in the school along with her classmates Mirio Tagata and Tamaki Imajiki. Tamaki, as always, we have to hurry or we'll miss the train. Nehire, yes, I know. The three boys were walking towards their respective places while several psychic advertisements were around them. Mirio, how strange, there have been more psychics in recent years. Tamaki, they must be scammers, no specter has been seen for a while. Nehire, it's either that, or because we haven't seen any ourselves. Mirio, you're right, our eyes must verify that. Tamaki, look at that. In front of them was a group of teenagers bullying a green-haired boy. Nehire, what are they doing there? Mirio, I don't know. Among them, a boy with spiky blonde hair stood out with an arrogant expression on his face who approached the boy with green hair. What's wrong, Deku? Are you scared? Izuku Midoriya, known as Deku by his peers due to his case of not having a singularity and for not showing his emotions as much. Izuku, I just want to go home, Ka-chan. Katsuki Bakugo, Izuku's childhood friend in which he annoyed him due to his belief of not having a singularity. His consists of the sweat glands in the palms of his hand releasing a substance similar to nitroglycerin and making it explode. Bakugo, don't answer me like that. He hits him in the face and then causes an explosion, knocking him to the ground. Bakugo, what were you saying? Nehire, hey. When she saw what they had done to her, it didn't seem fair to her, so she approached them while her friends followed her. Nehire, what do you think they're doing to him? Bakugo, you don't get involved, this is between us. Nehire, why are you doing that to him? Bakugo, he's useless, he has no singularity and yet he says he wants to be a hero. That caught his attention, so he turned his gaze to the boy who was still on the ground. Nehire, so what? You can't force him to give up his dream. Bakugo. No? But if he doesn't even try to get up, look at him. He's useless. Nehire, stop calling him that. Bakugo, just for calling it that? Then what happens if I do this? A kick was aimed at Izuku, but a tentacle intervenes causing Bakugo to fall. Tamaki, he's not doing anything to you, just leave him. Mirio, that's right, just look at him. Bakugo, you're from UA, let's go. Seeing that he had no other option, he decides to move away with his other companions, while Nehire approaches Izuku who is still on the ground. Nehire, are you okay? Izuku, yes, thank you. Nehire, what's your name? How old are you? What school do you go to? Izuku, there are a lot of questions. Mirio, Nehire, you're going to scare the boy. Nehire, sorry, my name is Nehire Hato and I'm in my second year at UA High School, these are my friends. Mirio, hello, I'm Mirio Tagata. Tamaki, and I'm Tamaki Imajiki. Izuku, nice to meet you. Nehire, hey, is it true what the boy said? About that. Tamaki, Nehire. Izuku, it's okay, I'm used to it now. Mirio, since when have you been going through that? Izuku, since I was 5, I think. Nehire, how old are you? Izuku, 14, why? Nehire, I just wanted to know. Izuku, well, thanks for helping me, but I have to go home. Nehire, don't you want us to accompany you? Izuku, I'm fine like this, I don't think I'll be going all the way to my house again. Nay higher, again? Izuku, but it's okay. I'm used to it now. After they saw the boy go home, they began to think about that side of the world they never experienced, injustice. The next day they were at UA, doing their training with their other classmates until one of the teachers entered with a man in a suit and with orange hair. Nay higher, who is he, Aizawa-sensei? Shota Aizawa, better known as the Pro Hero Eraser Head, is the person in charge of the class they are in. Aizawa, he's a psychic, we received recommendations from other heroes so we called him. Nice to meet you, I'm Arataka Raigen and I'm an expert psychic along with my apprentice. Mirio, why are you here? Aizawa, it's because of the strange events that have happened at school. At first we thought it was because of the singularity of some student, but we checked the cameras and it turned out to be a specter. All the students began to move aside as Raigen stood in the middle of the gym and called someone from his phone. Raigen, yes, I need you to come to UA High, it's about a spectrum. Thank you. Nay higher, who did he call? Raigen, you damn specter. I know you're there. Show yourself. A large mass of green and blue began to appear in the middle of the place, forming the figure of a man. You damn human. Why do you dare to disturb me in my sanctuary? Raigen, sanctuary? You're just staying hidden while you riot in this school. Who do you think you are to tell me that? Raigen, I am Arataka Raigen. The man who will wipe you out of this world. From his suit he takes out a bag of salt, which he begins to throw all over the place and at the ghost. The ghost, seeing the man's stupid action, just reaches out his hand towards him and grabs him. Seriously? You just threw stupid salt at me. Everyone else saw the situation and became scared while Aizawa prepared to save the man, but then at the entrance of the gym a boy appeared whom only 3 people from the school recognized. Izuku, sorry for being late. Nay higher, what is he doing here? Raigen, Izuku. I'll leave this to you. The specter leaves Raigen on the ground as he turns his attention to Izuku. A child? Do you think you can beat me? He directs a punch towards the boy, alarming everyone there, especially Nay higher when she learns that he has no singularity. But to her surprise, a shield appears between the boy and the specter's fist. Nay higher, what? The boy destroys the specter's hand with the help of his powers. Damn it. You're a psychic. Suddenly Izuku finds himself behind him with his hand raised, and behind him the specter was beginning to fall to pieces. How is this possible? Disappearing. Izuku, I'm done, master. Raigen, thanks, Izuku. He caught me off guard so I couldn't finish him off. Izuku, I see. Nay higher, you. Izuku, you're the girl who helped me yesterday. Nay higher, you lied to me. You said you had no powers. Izuku. I said I had no singularity. Nay higher, so. Izuku, yes, I'm a psychic. After having eliminated the specter, Raigen along with Izuku was receiving payment from Aizawa. Raigen, everything is finished, so. Aizawa, yeah, I know. Here you go giving him the money, even though the boy did everything. Raigen, thanks, let's go Izuku. Izuku, yes, master. Aizawa, hey, come here. When he sees that the professional is calling him, he decides to approach him and receives 1,000 yen from him. Izuku, and this? Aizawa, you did almost everything, it's a reward from me. Izuku, thank you very much. Bowing. Raigen, Izuku, let's go. Izuku. I'm coming, master. Aizawa, I see why it's highly recommended, he uses the kit to take the credit. The other students stayed talking about what had happened, especially the 3 best students in the school. Nay higher, did you see that? He's a psychic. Tamaki, yes, nay higher. I have eyes. Mirio, but I wonder why he didn't use his powers to defend himself yesterday. Nay higher, we have to ask him, come on. Aizawa, let's continue training. Nay higher, no. And so the day flew by, with the news of the gymnasium exorcism spreading very quickly. The person responsible for this was walking straight home. Izuku, according to my mom I have to buy something for breakfast tomorrow. Looking at his phone today was also a busy day regarding work. Nay higher, Izuku. Izuku, maybe I'll make an omelet tomorrow. Nay higher, Izuku. Izuku, or just do katsudon again. Nay higher, Izuku. Izuku, what did you see call me? Blushing. Nay higher, what's wrong? You don't like being called by your name? Izuku, only my mother has called me that. Nay higher, and your friends? Izuku, I don't have any friends, everyone ignores me because of my situation. Nay higher, but. Mirio, nay higher. When did you get ahead of us? Nay higher, the moment the bell rang. Tamaki, finally, we caught up with you tired. Izuku, are you okay? Tamaki, yeah, I just need to rest. Mirio, hello again, Midoriya. Izuku, hello, Tagata. Mirio, there's no need for that, call me by my name. Nay higher, same as me. Tamaki, I don't care, I just want water. Izuku, okay. Nay higher, I have an idea. Let's go to a cafe. Izuku, why? Nay higher, so we can get to know you better, let's go pulling Izuku by the arm. Mirio, to reach her again. Tamaki, not again. After a long race where Nehire arrived first at a superhero-themed cafe while holding Izuku by the hand. Izuku, and Nehire. Nehire, yes? Izuku, my hand. Nehire, I'm sorry. Mirio, we caught up with you again. Tamaki. They're going to kill me. Izuku, it doesn't look good. Nehire, calm down, he's fine. Tamaki, you are cruel. Nehire, let's go in. Upon entering the place, they realized that the walls, tables, and chairs had images of several professional heroes, mostly All Might. Izuku, there's All Might stuff. Nehire, are you a fan of All Might? Izuku, yes, for 10 years. Mirio, who wouldn't be? We have to sit at that table. After a while of talking about various topics in which they got to know more about the high school boy, they realized that he was acting shy. Nehire, what's wrong, Izuku? Aren't you used to coming to places like this? Izuku, it's not that, I'm not used to coming with more people. Mirio, don't you have any friends? Izuku, no, I only have my mother and my teacher. Tamaki, how did you meet that man? Izuku. That's when my powers came out, I felt lonely because people kept moving away from me. Until I saw an ad for him in the newspaper. Nehire, but if you know that he doesn't have. Mirio, look, Midoriya. A cake with All Might's image on it. Izuku, where? The boy gets up and goes to get the cake while the others stay talking. Mirio, how could you say that? Nehire, but it's the truth. Tamaki, yeah, but you know what they say about psychics. Their powers are tied to their emotions, and we don't want to find out when they find out about that. Nehire, okay. Izuku, guys, I got an All Might figure. Smiling. Seeing the smile the boy was giving, they realized that it was a sincere smile, as if it were the first time the boy had truly smiled. Nehire, good, let me see it. From that day on, a great friendship began which would help our boy to finally show his emotions. Meanwhile, at the airport in Japan, a thin, blonde man with socket-like eyes was waiting. Uncle Might. The man was the current #1 hero and symbol of peace, All Might. All Might, Melissa. I haven't seen you in a while. The person who had spoken to him was a 16-year-old girl whose hair was the same color as the hero's, she was wearing glasses, a red shirt with long sleeves and gray pants. Melissa, it's been a while since I've been to Japan. All Might, but remember the reason why you are here. Melissa, I know, so I can become a hero and be a worthy successor to One for All. It was a new day for the top 3 at UA, who were in a class until their teacher, Snipe, gave them a warning. Snipe, we have a new companion today, she comes from America, so get along with her. The door opens revealing a blonde girl wearing glasses while wearing her school uniform. Melissa, nice to meet you, I'm Melissa Shield and I hope to get along with you this year. Everyone started gossiping about her because her last name was so well known around the world. Snipe, there's a seat next to Hato. Melissa, okay. After he made his way to his seat and classes began, the girl next to him couldn't suppress her curiosity and started talking to him. Nehire, hello, Melissa. I'm Nehire Hato, nice to meet you. Melissa, nice to meet you, Hato. Snipe, you too, be quiet. Nehire/Melissa, yes, sensei. Mirio, that's what happens when you talk in class. Tamaki, you're doing it now too. Mirio, but mine is more justified. Tamaki, why? Mirio, why am I telling you that? Tamaki, I want to change seats. Snipe, silence. Mirio/Tamaki, yes, sensei. Nay higher, for wanting to laugh at me. Meanwhile, at Sal High School, Izuku was entering a classroom. Izuku, excuse me. Upon entering, he realized that there were 5 people with muscular bodies. Yes, what can I do for you? Izuku, this is the bodybuilding club, right? That's right, do you want to come in? Izuku, that's right, I have no singularity but I want to become strong. Sounds good to me, what do you guys say? Good. Welcome to the bodybuilding club, I'm Musashi Goda. Izuku, nice to meet you, I'm Izuku Midoriya. Musashi, after school we're going for a run, do you want to go with us? Izuku, yes, please. Musashi, that's the spirit. After school, the 2 girls were walking along a field near a river, and during that time they got to know each other better. Until in front of them a group of 5 people with a large muscle mass on their bodies jogging. They didn't give much importance to this until they saw how behind them was a green-haired boy who was too tired to keep running, but the exhaustion got the better of him and he ended up falling to the ground. Nay higher, Izuku. Running to help him. Melissa, do you know him? Nay higher, yes, he is my friend. Once they are close to him, they try to wake him up, but they barely succeed. Izuku, nay higher? Nay higher, are you okay? Izuku, I don't feel anything. The other boys who were in front of him were now behind them. Musashi, excuse me, do you know Midoriya? Nay higher, yes, I am her friend. Musashi, you're from UA High School, would you allow us to take Midoriya to the infirmary? Nay higher, thank you. Already having him in her arms she realizes something. Musashi, this is bad, this boy has anemia. Izuku, I'm sorry fainting. Musashi, we'll take it, bye. A while after they left, the 2 girls were sitting in the park while talking about what had happened. Melissa, so you guys know each other? Nay higher, yes, his name is Izuku Midoriya and he is in his last year of high school. Melissa, how did you meet? Nay higher, I was returning from school with Mirio and Tamaki and on the way we found him being bullied by other boys. Melissa, really? Why? Nay higher, he's a psychic, and that's why they've been bothering him. Melissa, haven't you tried to defend yourself? Nay higher, we tried to ask him, but we couldn't. So far only me, Mirio and Tamaki are his friends. Melissa, I see. Nay higher, and speaking of the King of Rome. Far away from them was Izuku, who could barely walk due to his training. Nay higher, Izuku. Izuku, hello, nay higher. Instead of receiving a normal greeting, all he receives is a shake from her. Nay higher, how could you do something like that? Melissa, nay higher? Izuku, it's just that I'm not used to using my body, so that's why I get tired quickly. Nay higher, but why did you do it? Izuku, I want to be strong without the need to use my powers. Looking at Melissa, nice to meet you, I'm Melissa, I know who you are, I'm Melissa Shield, nice to meet you. At that she takes out a small device from her backpack which begins to scan Izuku, leaving both him and Nay higher in doubt. Nay higher, what did you do? Melissa, this is my first time meeting a psychic, so I get to know how their powers work. Izuku, this is strange. Melissa, I'm sorry, I should have checked with you sooner. Izuku, it's okay, it's just strange to meet another girl besides Nay higher. Nay higher, ah, you are so innocent. Izuku, what do you mean? Nay higher, forget it, let's just go home. Melissa, sounds good to me. Izuku, but I still don't understand. A new friendship has now begun, which excites our protagonist because he has wanted this for a long time. Meanwhile, in an underground base there was a group of people wearing a mask of a smiling face while shouting the same thing. Mr. Dimple. Mr. Dimple. Dimple, oh my dear followers. It's time to show the world that a smile can change your world. Classes had ended, both Melissa and Nay higher and Mirio and Tamaki were walking straight to their houses while talking about their high school friend. Mirio, bodybuilder? Nay higher, yes, apparently he joined a club at his school. Mirio, sounds good, you don't have to rely so much on powers, but also on physical strength. Tamaki, how did it go? Melissa, every time we find him he's passed out on the floor from exhaustion. Tamaki, I figured as much. Just then, a person wearing a smiley face mask appears behind them. Nice to meet you, young people. I've come to promote our group, ha ha ha. Nay, hire, group? About what? If you want to know, it would be good if you came. Tamaki, nay, hire, we don't know who it is. Maybe it's a scam. Not so, young man. Our group offers you the solution to your problems. Tamaki, like which ones? At first glance you seem like one of those shy people who doesn't even dare to say their name in front of people. Tamaki, is it that noticeable? Receiving a nod from his friends. And you pointing to Melissa, you seem to have the burden of something enormous that you can't tell anyone. Melissa, how do you know? Nay, hire, I want to go. Let's go. Mirio, me too. Melissa/Tamaki, idiots. In the end they decided to follow the person to an old abandoned building, where upon entering they realized that there was only one elevator that goes down. Our religion was established just last month. Nay, hire, religion? Yes, and right now we are heading to the most cheerful and modern meeting dispensed by our leader, Mr. Dimple. With his power he is able to make everyone laugh instantly. Melissa, what does that have to do with it? Don't be hasty, there's nothing suspicious about us Jajajas. The elevator door opens, revealing a group of people wearing the same mask. Boys, nothing? Go ahead of everyone, there are the new members. Nay, hire, really? The four of them head to the front, where there were 3 more people in line, but among them was a familiar face. Izuku, hey, guys. Nay, hire, Izuku? What are you doing here? Izuku, they told me that if I came I would become popular. Tamaki, just hearing it hurts. Melissa, we didn't expect to find you here. Nay, hire, do you know any of the people next to you? Izuku, just the girl, she's from my school. Mr. Dimple has arrived. To one side of them all, a man wearing the same mask as them, but black in color while wearing a robe of the same color was showing himself, to which everyone started screaming. Dimple, tell me, are you laughing? Everyone started laughing, except for the boys who found this situation somewhat awkward. Dimple, are you all warming up yet? Why don't we take off our masks? The man revealed his face, which featured 2 dimples on his cheeks while his eyes were closed. He started laughing along with his followers, which disturbed the others in front of him. Nay, hire, what is this? Melissa, I don't know. Dimple, stop. Everyone stopped laughing, but they still kept their smiles. Dimple, 7 new smiling colleagues will be joining us today. Give them a round of applause. Hey, but. Shushed by the man. Dimple, to embrace happiness, they must first free their hearts. But unfortunately, they are locked away. Izuku, what do you mean? Dimple, I bet they don't smile, just laugh. In difficult times they should just laugh, so that their bonds disappear. Ha! Life would be simpler if only smiles were needed, said the man next to Izuku. Dimple, who is he? I found him sitting in a park, answered a lady from the followers. Dimple, how sad. A victim of the recession. No wonder he's not smiling. These words only made the last bit of self-esteem in the man disappear. Dimple, but don't worry, we'll fix it with the smiley mask, taking out a mask from his robe. Several of the followers approached those in front of them to form a line in front of their leader. Dimple, that's how we're going to save them. We just want them to smile. 2 masks are placed on the man and Izuku, while the others just watched. Nay, hire, are you okay? Izuku, I don't see anything. Dimple, you, girl, pointing to Izuku's partner, you look like you want to say something. The Jaja were established last month? It's suspicious that you've gained so many followers in a month. Dimple, wow, and who are you? I'm from the Sal High School newspaper. I'm Misato, from Class 3A. I came to investigate the rumors about you. Dimple, rumors? Tamaki, I told them we shouldn't come. Mirio, we have to do something. Misato, they say he uses group hypnosis to gain followers. Dimple, he has the nerve to say that after infiltrating. Wonderful, look at the gentleman from earlier. Everyone turns their attention to the man, who, upon removing his mask, revealed a smiling face. Dimple, what a beautiful smile. The boys meanwhile are surprised to see the result of what had happened, from which they deduce something. Melissa, the mask. Nay, hire, Izuku. Dimple, he just gave himself over to happiness. What do you think, young lady? Misato, this news turned out to be too much for me, I think I'll leave. Dimple, no, you were very disrespectful to infiltrate and doubt our smiles. Masato, I'm very sorry, I won't be writing anything in the school newspaper anymore. Dimple, that's not enough, you have to make peace with us forcing his smile, you're not leaving until you smile. Masato, I won't, it would be a fake smile after all. Dimple, it all starts with a smile. One of the followers placed the mask on the girl, who immediately took it off, but it was too late. The effect had already begun and her face began to show a forced smile. Nay higher, why did they do that? She wasn't going to do anything anymore. Dimple, that was their way of making it up to us for interrupting the meeting. Mirio, you're crazy. Dimple, why don't you try what a real smile is like? As the other followers approach to place the mask on them, Izuku speaks. Izuku, excuse me, the theme of this meeting is about joy and not popularity, right? Melissa, didn't it affect you? Dimple, who is he? He looked worried on the way home, so I brought him in. He seems to have trouble making friends. Izuku, I have no problem taking off his mask. Dimple, not smiling. Izuku, bye, guys. Dimple, wait. Are you going to spend the rest of your life with that face? Walking off stage, you don't know what you're missing. Izuku, my mother says that those who smoke have wasted half their life. And that's why I think we all don't want the same thing in life. Boys, I didn't mean that. Dimple, this brat. The ha-ha-has are my starting point to being humanity's idol, I just want you to understand how wonderful life is. Izuku, I don't deny that. Dimple, how about we play a game before you go? Nay higher, Izuku. Don't accept. Izuku, what is it about? Dimple, a staring duel, you will face my 3 smiling leaders. They will drink milk and the first one to laugh will lose. What do you think? Melissa, Midoriya. It's a trap. Izuku, I accept. Dimple, very good. At that the boys approach Izuku to reprimand him. Nay higher, why did you do that? Izuku, I like milk. Boys, we are lost. Everyone was gathered around a table, on which were 2 glasses of milk, and on either side were Izuku and the leaders. Nay higher, don't let him lose. Mirio, we can only watch. Are you ready? The first one to laugh loses. Now. Both Izuku and the first leader begin to drink their respective glasses. Izuku only kept his respective simple face while the other guy tried to make him laugh by making a silly face, but in the end he was the one who ended up laughing. Dimple, why? Nay higher, carry one. The next competitor approaches to begin the next round, in which the same thing happened again, with Izuku being the winner. Dimple, it can't be. Melissa, take 2. What a pathetic pair, I'll make him smile with my powers of hilarity. Which turned out to be false, since he also lost to Izuku. Nay higher / Melissa, 1. Tamaki, I don't even know how it was possible. Dimple, I see, that's why trying to fix his smile backfired. Izuku, okay, I'm leaving now. Dimple, wait, now you'll have to face me. Mirio, that's not fair, he already won. Dimple, I said leaders, that counts me too. This is how the last round begins, in which, at the moment of taking his glass, Izuku felt disgust and ended up spitting out his milk. Dimple, he laughed. All the fans started laughing at the boy, while his friends were worried about him. Nay higher, Izuku, are you okay? Izuku, I didn't laugh. And so, he unconsciously uses his powers to cancel the mask's effect on all the people who were there, who began to wonder what they were doing. But at that moment, the cult leader uses his powers to make people laugh again. Dimple, did you just? No, it's impossible that he's cancelled the hypnosis, but I still can't make him laugh. I have no other choice, let's rescue the smile that's inside him. Or he'll live a life full of misfortune. All the people began to hold Izuku and the other boys, but they took him to the leader. Dimple, there are no enemies between us, why are you resisting? Wake up. Those words bring back bad memories of his childhood. Bakugo, hey, Deku. Why do you always look bored? If you are, then get lost. Izuku, I'm not bored. Bakugo, but you're always the only one who doesn't smile, wake up. Dimple, I'll show you all my power. Suddenly his hand begins to take on a yellow aura, and then he places it on Izuku's forehead. It's Mr. Dimple's divine power. Tamaki, Midoriya. But that attack had no effect on the boy, who showed no sign of wanting to smile. Dimple, why don't you laugh? Don't my powers work on you? Izuku, you won't be able to make me laugh with your powers. It's not that I hate you, it's that I can't do it. Dimple, I see, this kid, you must have no emotions, brat. I heard you have trouble making friends, and it makes sense, you won't even be able to make someone laugh with that personality. Mirio, don't pay attention to him, Midoriya. He uses his singularity to escape the grip and go to help him, but suddenly he feels a pressure on his body that makes it impossible for him to move. Mirio, that guy is a psychic. Dimple, people attract others with their emotions, but you are incapable of doing so. Melissa, he's just provoking you, don't listen to him. Dimple, like those boys, they claim to be your friends but they're actually there for you out of pity. You'll always be alone for the rest of your life. Nahir, that's a lie. Don't believe him. Dimple, I'll give you one last chance, laugh. Izuku, then make me laugh with your psychic powers. This scares both the man and the boys when they learn that the man was also a psychic. Dimple. I see, we have similar powers. I devised a peaceful organization to prevent bloodshed, but you are in my way. I must eliminate the external agent that is disturbing the order. Izuku, I'm glad the one who said those words to me is a specter. The leader's body begins to glow, while a kind of dark mist comes out of his body. Dimple, my followers. Do not let him get out alive. Izuku, these are command signals. Everyone piled up on top of the boy, including those who were imprisoning UA's people, while a black cloud was coming out of the man's body. Nahir, Izuku. Tamaki, can you do something? Tamaki, there are many people, I can't hurt them. Nahir, Melissa? Melissa. My uniqueness is not suitable for this situation. Mirio, I can get through them, but I still won't be able to get him out of there. Izuku Midoriya, the boy they had imprisoned, is a psychic, who despite being one prefers not to show his powers unconsciously. As he grew up, he saw how dangerous these powers could be. When he can't do what he wants or move the way he wants, his emotions stop completely. What he doesn't know is that he developed a complex to contain his powers, the emotions he keeps deep in his heart slowly expanding. But she can only hold them back so much before they break free and spiral out of control. And now, a certain emotion floods through her body and she tries to push past her limit. Anger. His body began to emanate an ultraviolet light while everyone above him began to levitate, thus freeing him. Nahir/Melissa, Izuku. Midoriya. Mirio, wait. Something's not right. Tamaki, Mirio is right. It looks different. All they could do was watch what was going to happen between their friend and the specter. Dimple, so you're a psychic, that's why the mask didn't work. Izuku, the mask had a trick, I couldn't sense it because it was too weak. But it doesn't matter, if your religion aims to attack external agents, then attack me with everything you have. That's easier than making me laugh. Dimple, what, attack you with everything? The dark cloud ended up forming a humanoid shape, which was green and its body had enormous muscles. Dimple, I just need 2 seconds to make you disappear. The same dark smoke begins to emerge from his body, blocking his field of vision. Dimple, you have no emotions. Don't act like you're angry. With a leap he heads to attack Izuku, but an energy shield stands between them. Nahir, Izuku. Be careful. Melissa, don't say the obvious. Nahir, it's the only thing I can do. The specter begins to jump from one side to the other and then attacks the boy from behind. Dimple, do you want me to make you cry? The shield itself gets in the way of his attack, which ends up throwing him away from it. When he lands, he realizes that both his left foot and his right hand have been destroyed. Dimple, you're troublesome. After his limbs regenerated, his muscles became larger, highlighting what appeared to be veins. Dimple, I'll have to use all my strength. He makes a direct attack again, but his right arm is amputated again and then he receives an energy blow from the boy in his body, causing his other limbs to be cut off, which makes him fall to the ground. Dimple, you. A foot is placed on his face, being the boy's, which emanated a dark aura that highlighted fear of the specter. Izuku, I let them out as you wanted, these are my emotions and this is what happens when I let them out. His friends were stunned to learn the reason why the boy did not smile as much, or why he did not show any other emotion. Dimple, are you a monster? It doesn't matter. With his newly regenerated right arm he manages to free himself from the boy and remain in the air. Dimple, riser beam. A large bolt of lightning hits the boy directly, and also pushes the specter into the wall behind him. Tamaki, and fully. Nahir, we must do something. Mirio, we can't, only psychics have the ability to confront the specters. The specter had meanwhile regenerated his limbs, although his left hand had turned into a sharp sword. Dimple, the number of battles I have fought will determine my victory. He heads towards him again with the intention of giving him one last blow, but when he tries to cut him off, his hand ends up being amputated again, and then we see a hand emerge from all the dust. Izuku, as you can see, I'm the worst. With just one touch of his fingers, the specter ended up exploding as if it were a balloon. It had been a week since the group was disbanded due to the defeat of their leader, and they now became followers of the high school boy. While his friends at UA were wondering what was happening to him, since they haven't seen him again after what happened. Nehire, hey, did that thing really believe what it said? Tamaki, I don't know, maybe he's just busy. Melissa, it's been a week, we haven't even received a message. Tamaki, maybe he doesn't have time to write to us. Mirio, just in case, we have to remind him that we are his friends. No matter what they say about him. Nehire, that's right. Let's go. Getting up from her seat. Tamaki, the next class is about to start. Nehire, after school. Returning to her seat. After classes ended, the four of them headed to the park, since they already knew their friend's training schedule. Melissa, do you have the cotton and the alcohol? Tamaki, this isn't my first rodeo. Melissa, we don't want the same thing to happen as Mirio did. Mirio, I thought it would be a good idea to use my shirt to cover the wound. Nehire, yes, but you wrapped her leg so tightly that it was already the color of a grape. In front of them 5 members of the bodybuilding club were doing their exercise routine, while behind him was a green-haired boy who at that moment faints. Nehire, let's go. Everyone started to help the boy, who was barely conscious. Then a cotton ball with alcohol was passed through his nose, causing him to react. Izuku, what happened? Mirio, dude, you need more physical stamina to keep up with this. Izuku, hey guys. How's it going? Tamaki, okay, now let that scrape be disinfected. Izuku, thank you. Dimple, you have good friends. A green spot appears next to Izuku, although only he could see it. Izuku, shut up. Melissa, did you say something? Izuku, nothing. Dimple, do you like that girl or the other one? The boy, unable to bear it any longer, grabbed him and hit him against the ground several times, although for the others this was strange since he only moved his arm in a strange way. Mirio, Midoriya, are you okay? Nehire, fatigue has already affected you. Izuku, maybe scratching his neck. After having applied first aid, the 5 were now sitting on the river bank. Tamaki, how has this week been for you? Izuku, well, I've been kind of busy with school and work. Mirio, how is Raigan? Izuku, fine, although he's been calling me a lot this week. And he can handle it. Mirio, I shouldn't tell him. Nehire, hey, how have you been feeling? Izuku, about what? Nehire, about what happened to that specter. Tamaki, Nehire. Nehire, I thought that's what we were going to talk about. Tamaki, but not so direct. Izuku, I've been fine, just a problem with flies looking at the specter. Dimple, you're not good at swearing. Melissa, what we mean is that we are your friends, and that's not going to change anything. Nehire, that's right, we're with you because we want to be, it's not out of obligation or anything like that. Mirio, that stupid specter only told you that because he was losing, we will always be there for you. Tamaki, besides, you're a boy who, despite his situation, kept going, regardless of what others say. And that friendship will never end. Izuku, why are you telling me that? Melissa, you haven't called us in a week, so we thought you were depressed. Izuku, it's not that, I've been studying for my exams next week. Nehire, really? We thought that you. Being silenced by Tamaki. Tamaki, I told you I was busy. Izuku, but, thanks for that guys. I'll remember it forever smiling. Dimple, how cute, who do you like? Receiving a burst of energy in response, I don't regret it. Izuku, hey, is it true that the sports festival is about to start? Nehire. Yes, are you going? Izuku, I don't have enough money to go, so I watch it on TV. At that, a scanner passes over Izuku's entire body again. Nehire, again? Melissa, it's to check your stress levels, happiness, etc. Dimple, let's go. Izuku, shut up. Tamaki, are you really okay? Izuku, yeah, just that. Dimple, are you sure you don't want a girlfriend? Izuku, what is a girlfriend? Nehire, what did you say? Izuku, what is a girlfriend? Mirio, okay, this is weird. Izuku, I don't know what that is. Everyone froze, even the specter. Melissa, really? Izuku, do you know what it is? The girls were still blushing because of this and couldn't find a way to say something to him, while the boys tried to find a solution to this. Tamaki, hasn't your mother told you anything? Izuku, he works a lot, I'd rather look him up on the internet getting up to head to his school. Mirio, man, he's very innocent. Dimple, I'll give you a long explanation about this. Izuku, okay. After that day everything went back to normal, they confirmed their friendship with the boy and continued with their training for the sports festival, which would be seen by millions of viewers and the public that would be present. Izuku, what is this? Looking at an envelope MS, who's this from? Today is the grand opening of the sports festival, one of the most important and anticipated events in Japan, and many people were gathered to watch it including the professional heroes. After each group's presentation, all the second-year students were present in the middle of the entire stadium. Nehire, it feels strange, more than last year. Mirio, it's normal, we're already in second. Melissa, although this is my first festival that I'm participating in. Nehire, why? Were you sick? Did you not want to participate? Melissa, not again. Tamaki, leave her alone, let's just hope the same thing as last year doesn't happen again. Mirio, it's not my fault my clothes fell off when I used my quirk. Nehire, hey, do you think Izuku is watching us? Melissa, yes, and very close. Nehire, what do you mean? Melissa, look pointing to her left. In one of the exclusive seats was Izuku, who was looking everywhere because he had never been in a place like that. Melissa, I borrowed money from my dad, so I bought him a ticket with the best seats. Nehire, they look cute when they're excited. But then they see how the boy was very close to the limit in front of him, causing him to fall, scaring everyone, although in the end he used his powers to return very calmly to his seat. Tamaki, that kid is going to kill us. Midnight, let the festival begin. During the first two events of the festival, many of the young people stood out a lot, especially the three strongest in the school and the ninth wielder of One for All. While Izuku was excited because he finally had the chance to be in one of these events. Dimple, wow, I'm surprised how big this place is. Izuku, me too, I have to thank Melissa for the tickets. Dimple, look, to your right are several of the pro heroes. Izuku, amazing. In the distance, a person was looking directly at him. Is that the goal? Understood. At the end of it all, Melissa came in 8th place because she used more power than she could use, Nehire in 5th because she used too much life energy in the previous events, Tamaki in 3rd because he suffered a stomach ache from eating too much to use his singularity, and Mirio in 1st, but unfortunately because during his fight his clothes fell off leaving him naked in front of the entire audience. After the award ceremony, everyone was already leaving, although Izuku was waiting for his friends so he could congratulate them. Tamaki, there's Midoriya. But they notice that a hooded man is approaching. Melissa, could it be someone you know? Mirio, maybe. While with Izuku, he began to have a talk with the man. Izuku, hello, sir. Is something wrong? No, but I need you to come with me. Izuku, I don't understand, do I know him? Just come. He sprays a gas in his face, causing him to become unconscious, and then carries him away, but a tentacle heads towards him, but an energy shield prevents it. Huh? Who are they? Tamaki, we're his friends, so leave him alone. They don't understand, this kid is out of their league. Melissa, what do you mean? This child is beyond your understanding, that's why we need him. Nehire, let him go. He's just a high school boy. I won't waste time with you. He was about to attack them, but a great force of air ended up pushing him away from them, causing him to end up leaving the boy on the ground. Don't worry. I'm here. Nehire, All Might. Aizawa, so we arrived on time. Mirio, Aizawa-sensei, what's wrong? Aizawa, we've been seeing a suspicious subject for a while now, so keep an eye on him. The number one hero? I didn't expect this. All Might, what did you come for? I came to take that child, but since you are here I will have to go without him. See you later. The man starts running, thanks to his powers, leaving a large crater in the ground. Leaving everyone in doubt. Nay higher, Izuku. Are you okay? Izuku, what happened? When he wakes up, the first thing he focuses on is the number one hero. Izuku, All Might? All Might, nice to meet you, boy. All he can do is faint again from shock. Tamaki, was it because of the gas? Melissa, no, I think it was because of the surprise of seeing All Might. Aizawa, this kid, we have to take him home. Do you know where he lives? All the boys responded negatively. Mirio, he always goes home alone. Aizawa, you'll have to call that man. The professional takes out his phone to call an acquaintance. Reigen, Eraser? Is there another problem with a specter? Aizawa, it's about your boyfriend, do you know where he lives? Reigen, Izuku? Why? Aizawa, he fainted, so we're taking him home. Reigen, okay, I'll send you the address now. Aizawa, thanks hanging up this damn scammer. Nay higher, what are we going to do with the man who escaped? Aizawa, I don't know, there were already rumors about a group made up of psychics, maybe they want him for their group. All Might, then we must keep him under protection. Aizawa, in the meantime, we have to take him home. Meanwhile, in an alley, he was talking on an intercom. Sorry, I called the symbol of peace's attention. You're an idiot. They're going to be watching him now. But I will find a way to capture him. I hope so, otherwise the boss will be upset with you. Yes, taking off his hood showing a scar on his face, I will fix my mistake. Izuku was waking up in his room, then going to the bathroom to wash his face, after that he goes to the kitchen to have breakfast and head to school. Nay higher, hello, you're awake. Both his friends and the two pro heroes were in his living room, where his mother was a little nervous. There she realized that it was not morning and that she was not even going to school at that moment. Dimple, what a surprise. The boy grabs the specter and slams it against the ground multiple times. Dimple, what's wrong? Izuku, I wanted to know if I was dreaming. Dimple, I already told you to pinch your cheek. Inko, Izuku, come here. Already in the room with the others, an uncomfortable atmosphere in the place. Inko, the gentleman here explained to me what happened. Izuku, what thing? Nay higher, when the man tried to kidnap you. Tamaki, can you stop being so direct? Aizawa, as I was saying, we think your son should be under the surveillance of a hero in case that happens again. Izuku, why? I can use my powers to escape. Aizawa, but not to defend yourself, I know you don't use your powers against people. Izuku, I don't want to hurt anyone, not again. Melissa, again? Inko, when he was a child, he still didn't know how to control his powers. All Might, and he hurt someone by mistake. Inko, yes, they wanted to attack us and at that moment Izuku was scared and well. Aizawa, the assailants were injured. Inko, even me showing a scar below on her forehead that happened. But I've already told him not to blame himself. Izuku, I don't want to use them again, that's why I don't use my powers all the time. Mirio, that's why you don't defend yourself when that blonde guy hits you. There he realizes that he made a mistake by saying that. Inko, Katsuki? I already told you to tell me when I'm bothering you. Izuku, but I can't see the point, it's just going to keep bothering me more. Inko, still, you must. So mother and son started arguing while everyone else watched. All Might, this is getting personal, don't you think? Aizawa. We'll have to wait. Inko, excuse me, you may continue. Aizawa, I've been thinking, but I think it would be a good idea for your son to enter UA. Izuku, but the law says I can't enter because of my powers. Aizawa, yes, but we can talk to the principal about it. At first glance, you're a good boy, there won't be any problems with that. Izuku, I see. Nay higher, yes. Izuku is coming to our school. Melissa, great. A doubt came to the mother's head. Inko, hey, Izuku. Which one of them is your girlfriend? Izuku, huh? Upon hearing this, the two blush since they never imagined having a relationship with him. Tamaki, this is already strange. Mirio, yes, how uncomfortable this is. Aizawa, well, in the meantime one of these four will take care of him this week. Tamaki. Why us? Aizawa, because you're the closest to him, so choose who's going to be first. Everyone pointed at Tamaki. Tamaki, I saw it coming. All Might, alright, that would be all. It was nice meeting you both. Izuku/Inko, same here. Nervous. All, they are mother and son. After everyone left, the boy was in his room thinking about what had happened today. About how he should now be careful when he goes out. Izuku, I've had this power almost all my life. And until now I'm the most wanted by them. Looking at his hand, what a strange day. Meanwhile, the two girls were in their respective homes resting after participating in the sports festival, although there was something on their minds that they still couldn't stop thinking about. Inko, which one of the two is your girlfriend? Melissa, Midoriya? Like me? Nay, higher, he is tender, innocent, cheerful. Melissa, although she doesn't always show her emotions. Nay, higher/Melissa, I can consider it. As for the two pro-heroes, they continued to argue about the situation they had with the boy. All Might, are you sure about that? Aizawa, if that group is looking for him, it means there's more to him than we think. All Might, maybe, but there's never been a psychic in a hero school. Aizawa, that may bring us trouble, but we don't have the ability to confront it. Not even you. All Might, yes, I know. Aizawa, we have to prepare for the worst. When night came, Izuku couldn't sleep because of what had happened recently. All he did was stare at the ceiling. Dimple, don't you have classes tomorrow? Izuku, I can't sleep. Dimple, I understand you, that must have been a trauma. Izuku, I've faced many specters and this doesn't let me think. Dimple, maybe it's because there are more people you can worry about than just your parents. Izuku, maybe you're right, I have friends now. Dimple, now go to sleep, it's a lot of work to wake you up. Izuku, rest, Dimple. Dimple, you too, Izuku. It's the beginning of the week and that meant that the first one to take care of Midoriya would be Tamaki Imagiki, known as one of the strongest in the UA, and now he would be a babysitter of a high school boy. Right now he was at the exit of the boys' school, who upon seeing him immediately went towards him, but then two boys got in his way. Bakugo, Deku. Where do you think you're going? Izuku, I'm going home, why? Bakugo, my mother scolded me because she found out that I've been bothering you. Izuku, I don't know how he could have found out. Bakugo, liar. I already told you what I would do to you if you said anything. The blonde was about to give him an explosion in the face, but a tentacle grabbed his hand, making him stop. Tamaki, you shouldn't do that while they're still in school. Bakugo, you're the one from last time. At that point, a group of boys positioned themselves behind the bullies, causing the second one to become frightened. Do you have any problem with our friend? Bakugo, who are you? Musashi, I am the captain of the bodybuilding club, Musashi Goda. Bakugo, you joined that club? Typical of a unique-less person like you. Musashi, even if he's a non-unique. He has a better heart than you. Bakugo, what did you say? He makes an explosion on the subject, but after the smoke disperses, it is possible to see that he was intact. Musashi, my singularity allows me to harden both my body and my clothes, but it doesn't give me the strength to fight. That's why I train, just like them, just like Midoriya. Bakugo, idiots. Leaving. Musashi, are you okay, Midoriya? Izuku, yes, thank you Captain. Musashi, you're welcome, see you tomorrow. After all his classmates have left, the boy approaches Tamaki so they can both head home. Izuku, thanks for stopping him from hitting me. Tamaki, you're welcome, but you should use your powers. Izuku, okay. Dimple, they look very close. Izuku, shut up. Tamaki, but still, why don't you use them so often? Izuku, I never get the chance. Dimple, you have plenty of opportunities. Tamaki, it seems you have no ambitions. Izuku, I have them, but using my powers is pointless. Psychic powers aren't necessary to survive. Dimple, you're the only one who thinks like that. And what matters is its usefulness, not its necessity. Tamaki, are there things you can't achieve even with your powers? Dimple, there aren't any. He could become God. Izuku, muscles. Dimple, what are you talking about? Izuku, I can't understand girls either, Nehire and Melissa, for example, or avoid being absent-minded. And there are many more things, like knowledge. I envy you, Tamaki. Tamaki, envy me? I don't think so, I'm too shy and can't talk to people normally. Izuku, but that's your way of expressing your feelings, while I can barely manage a smile. Tamaki, I see, sorry about that. Izuku, it's okay, I'm used to it. All the second-year boy could do was watch as his partner continued walking while wondering which of the two was luckier in their lives. Tuesday. Right now in the park, Tamaki was with the others due to the free weeks after the sports festival. Mirio, how was yesterday? Was it boring? Tamaki, no, I learned more from him than it seems. Nehire, it's my turn next week. Raising hand. Tamaki, hey, do you think we all have our own ways of expressing our emotions? Melissa, why the question? Tamaki, it's something I've been wondering about since yesterday. Melissa, you could say yes, in my case I do it when I am interested in a project. Nehire, me when I want to know about some singularity or about someone's life. Mirio, and me when I'm excited about a fight or when I go out to do patrols in the agency where I am. Tamaki, how do you think I express my feelings? Melissa, well, I don't know you very well so I wouldn't know how to tell you. Mirio, well, you are you. The boring way you act and how you get shy around new people would be an example. Nehire, if someone asks you to change that attitude, you couldn't because that way you make known how you feel. Izuku, that's your way of expressing your feelings, while I can barely manage a smile. Tamaki, I see, thanks. Nehire, why did you ask us that? Tamaki, none of your business. Nehire, bad. Outing. After that, the boy went to look for his friend at school, and when he arrived he found a large number of beaten students. Tamaki, what happened? Among that crowd of people was Izuku, who didn't have any bruises or anything like that on his body. Tamaki, Midoriya. What happened? Izuku, some kids from the school have conflicts with the kids from the nearby school, so there's usually a conflict. Tamaki, how strange your school is. Izuku, yeah, are we going? Tamaki, okay. Wednesday. It was a new day for all the inhabitants of Japan, but not for Tamaki, who always woke up in a bad mood and spent most of the day like that. Tamaki, what's for breakfast? After that he spent most of his time reading, playing video games or practicing his uniqueness a bit. Right now he was on a video call. Nehire, you're finally here. Mirio, did you fall asleep? Tamaki, I just didn't want to come. Melissa, how have you been? Nehire, well, I've just been watching TV. Mirio, when are you going to go get him? Tamaki, around 1 o'clock. Melissa, didn't you sleep well? Tamaki, I read manga at night. Nehire, we've already told you that's bad. Tamaki, but I ignore them. The day flew by and Amajiki headed back to the boys' school, although there were several things going on in his head that he couldn't stop thinking about. When he arrived, he found the young psychic saying goodbye to a classmate, and then heading to him. Izuku, are we going? Tamaki, walking smiling. At that moment he realized what he had done unconsciously and asked himself again. Tamaki, am I really lucky?